Hello friends, I welcome you all to my channel. This video is part of the playlist Python Basics Programming Beginner's Daily Dose, where I come up with fundamental concepts of Python so that beginner level Python developers or programmers will get an insight of how things work behind the scenes in Python. In this video, I will discuss about the view objects of a dictionary with some demonstration of code in the Python shell. If you are not subscribed yet to my channel, I will highly request all of you, if you are watching my videos regularly, then please support me by subscribing to my channel, like my videos, share them with your friends, and also please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So let's get started. Okay, so I have written down the points that I will discuss about the view objects of a dictionary. So you might already be familiar with the methods of a dictionary, keys, values, and items. So for a dictionary object D, the methods d.keys, d.values, and d.items all return a view object which are dynamic view, meaning if the underlying dictionary is changed, this view will also reflect that change. So let's try to understand this in some code. Let's say we have a dictionary like this, some basic dictionary. Okay, let's say, so let's check what is d.keys. It says dict underscore keys. Okay, if you see the type, of d.keys, it will show dict keys. Okay, and it is showing the keys. Similarly, you can have the values. You can see the values, dict values, and the items. So keys, d.keys is basically a view object, a set like object. It will have all the keys of the dictionary, and d.values will be a view of all the values of the dictionary, and d.items will be the collection of key value pairs of the dictionary. Now, please note that all these view objects, that is the dict dot, let's save all these view objects in some variable. Let's say keys equals to d dot keys. Let's say values this, and let's items d dot items. Now you can see, check that k is it shows a dict underscore keys kind of class, dict underscore keys, and it shows the keys. If you see the v, it shows the values, and if you print the I, d dot items, it will show that dict underscore items class having the collection of key value pairs. Okay, now so if these are all dynamic views, meaning if you change the dictionary, original dictionary D, this KVI will also reflect that change. So let's say I add another key like this. Now you see the K, inside the K it shows the new key 4. If you see the values, it will show the new value D, and if you see the values, d dot values view object, it will now show the key value pair 4 comma D. Okay, so similarly, if you do any kind of modification to the dictionary, it will reflect in the view objects. That is the 3 view objects: d dot keys, d dot values, and d dot items. If you try to delete some key value pair from, let's say we delete the 1 from the key 1 from the dictionary, then we have the dictionary this, and you can also check that the key 1 is gone from key value, the value A is gone from the values, and also the 1 comma a pair is also gone from the items. So you can see that these are dynamic view, which means that they will reflect the change if the underlying dictionary is updated or modified. Now also note that each of these view objects have a read-only mapping attribute, which is a kind of proxy to the underlying dictionary object. Meaning, if you print k dot mapping, it will show mapping proxy and it will show the content of the underlying dictionary. Similarly, you can see v dot mapping, you will see the same thing, and similarly I dot mapping. So all the view objects that is keys, values and items have an attribute mapping, which is a kind of read-only proxy to the underlying dictionary object. So meaning from the mapping you can also check the value of a key. Let's say I want to check the value of the 3, it will show the value of the key 3. Similarly, from the key the mapping, you can see the 4, and similarly from the view items view, from its mapping attribute, you can see any value of the key, value of a key, let's say 2. Okay. Now the keys view object d dot keys, this is a set like object, because in a dictionary keys are hashable and they are unique, and the d dot keys is essentially a collection of all the keys. It will be a set like object, meaning you can perform all the set operations on this object, that is key. This is a set like object. So you can say, if I want to do a union for set operation, let's say I want to see an intersection. Intersection can be done with the AND operator, and I can so for set, you know that for set you have the for the data type set, you have the set operations like union and intersection and all the set operations you have. So AND operator is the intersection of two sets, and the plus operator, I guess, is the union of two sets. But for sets, the two operands has to be sets. But in this case, for the view object keys of a dictionary, even though it's not a set, but it's a set like object, and you can do a union or intersection with another iterable. It may not be a set. So I can, let's say, have E and let's say B, and it shows empty set. Why? What is key? What is K? K is 2, 3, 4. Okay. Keys are integers. So let's say if I do K and 3, 5, 6, it should print the set. It should print the set 3. Okay. So see, you can use the keys view object as a set and do set like operation. Similarly, you can do, I guess it's plus, no, unsupported. Let me quickly check what is the set operation for sets we have and or. Okay, so it is this thing, and the OR operator, this. So it is a union. This OR operator is creates a union of two sets. So you can do set like operation on the keys view object, since the keys view object is a set like data. But before that, all these view objects are iterable. meaning you can iterate over the elements of the collection. Like, so you can see all the keys from the VObject key as like this. You can do this. So you have those keys 2, 3, 4. Similarly, you can use the for in statement with the values VObject, and you can print all the values of the from the VObject. We have the values BCD. Similarly, for the items VObject, you can see the collection of key value pairs. So you can use all these VObjects as an iterable. So you see the pairs. What else? Now the keys VObject is a set-like object. You can use set operation, a normal set operation with another iterable. But the values, since a value of a key in a dictionary are arbitrary objects, they need not be unique. So the values VObject is not necessarily a set-like object. So you cannot always apply the set operations on a values VObject with another iterable. Whereas the items VObject is also a set-like object, because it's a collection of key value pairs, and since key is unique and hashable, therefore the tuple key comma value will also be unique. But even though the keys, all these VObjects are dynamic, it is not advisable to modify the dictionary while you are iterating over these VObjects. Let's say if we try to iterate over the VObjects, like if we want to iterate over the keys VObjects for E, and if we try to modify the actual underlying dictionary, let's say I do something like E plus I add let's say, yes, I add, let's say, 10 to the current key value. The keys in this example are all integers. If I add a new key like this, whatever some value, and if we do this, let's see what happens. No, see, it says dictionary changed size during iteration. So mostly for all the VObjects, if you are iterating over the VObjects, and then inside the iteration you are modifying the actual underlying dictionary, it will throw runtime error exception. So it is not advisable to modify the dictionary while you are iterating over these VObjects. And also, since these are all these VObjects are iterable, you can also check the presence of any element, any object in these VObjects. Like I can do, say, 9 in key, it will false. I can use the in statement. So I can do 2 in k, it will show true. Similarly, I can do b in values, so b, it will show true, and for true yx. Oh, okay. So it is showing what is d. So 12 got inserted for this part of the code. Even though it threw runtime error, you can see that during the first iteration, E was in the key, E was 2, and then E plus 10, 12. Then the key 12 got inserted in the dictionary with the value x, and then something happened when something went wrong. So, but the key 12 was inserted successfully in the dictionary. So it's a kind of very ambiguous consequences which should always be avoided. Anyway, so what else? Yeah, that was all. This was a very brief introduction to the view objects of a dictionary uh, to give the information that all the views are dynamic, and you can have a reference to all these views as per your requirement from the dictionary, and then if you do any kind of modification in the dictionary, all those changes will be reflected in those view objects. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.